Yo guys, it's CFB here, back with another video. Today we'll be getting to some little news at the start of the video, since there is little news on the video, and then we're going to get into the preview after, which will come around 5 minutes into the video. So if you want to skip to that, go for it. Sorry for the crease t-shirt, I just picked it up. But today, yeah, we're going to get into some quick news before we get into the preview. So before the video starts, like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I've uploaded. And yeah, so let's go straight into the news. So in yesterday's video, I obviously told you guys that we are chasing Caicedo. I mentioned it in a bit towards the end of the video that we're chasing Caicedo. Apparently last night we had a bid of 55 million British pounds, turned down by Brighton. And Fabrizio Romano had to say this: "It is true Chelsea have had an opening proposal for Caicedo rejected, but Caicedo has new agents coming in a few days, and let's see how this changes things, and if Chelsea go in for another bid." So yeah, we had a bid turned down yesterday by Brighton, 55 million. Apparently they're not willing to let him go. Caicedo now swapping agents. Maybe he wants to move. Like I said yesterday, I've heard news about like what's going in for Basuma or Kessie for like short-term options. And I don't want that to be the case. I don't want us to go and get a short-term option. I'd rather just wait until the summer and then we can slash the cash on players that we need, because obviously January is hard to get your players that you want. We've done really well to get the players we've got now, to be fair. So yeah, this news as well, this is one I really like, and it's one I've put in my player that I want at Chelsea as a spare right-back option. This is from Simon Phillips, who gets a lot of things right about Chelsea. I was told much earlier in the window that Josip Juranovic has been offered to Chelsea, but wasn't turned down. That wasn't turned down flat, and is one that remains an option for them. So now I've been crying out for this guy. You know, I think he's like 10 million, 8 million. He was one of the best right backs in the World Cup just played, and he does really well for Celtic now. I think he's a Celtic player. I think he is. He's Croatian as well. I think it's a must for a backup option to Reece James. I think this is a must. I think Chelsea should go for this. If we haven't turned it down, then, you know, hopefully Celtic will be open for the offer, you know, this month. I would be more for this. We get this player than getting what's his face from the Netherlands who plays for Inter. Oh, what's his face? You know, you all know who I'm on about. It will probably come to my mind later on in the video. But I'd rather us go for this guy than the Inter Milan guy, because the Inter Milan guy's like 45 million. He won't be happy sitting on the bench, occupying Reece James, where this guy, I think he will. He will still get about 20 games per season. That's just Prem. So, you know, 15 to 20 games per season in the Prem. You can't complain. So yeah, that's Juranovic. Now some outgoing news. So Mason Mount obviously is slowly running out of contract. So this is from Jacob Steinberg, who again is decently reliable. Chelsea step up Mount contract talks, who wants a big rise to show the club value him amid Liverpool plotting a summer move. Now, in my opinion, I don't see Mount leaving next summer. I just don't see it. Would I? Like I said loads of times, I think there's a conversation there for Mount to leave now. He's not been performing for the last couple of seasons. I don't care if he won Player of the Year last year. It should have been Thiago Silva for me. But, you know, he's been underperforming for a while now. And if we was to get rid of him, I'd like Zacharian to come in. Not Zachariah, Zacharian. He's I think he plays for Dynamo Moscow, 19-year-old. He's so creative. I could see him being the next Kevin De Bruyne. I think Chelsea should be going for him if we get rid of Mount. Because I can't see us going in for Felix. I can't see us spending about 100 odd million. That's just me personally. Who knows? But I just don't see him out leaving anyway. We'll leave all that for, the video after the review tomorrow. So again, this is from Paletti Goal, so not really that reliable, but reliable in some way in Germany. They have got a couple things right, actually. So Bayern Munich are watching Kai Havertz's situation at Chelsea very closely. A move could happen in the summer for £35 to £52 million. This is the guy we need out. This guy needs to go. He's inconsistent, and the only time that he puts in somewhat of consistency is, and what I mean by somewhat consistency is he's good for like 2 games, and he fades off for like 2, and then he's good for 1, and then fades off for 1, then he's good for 2, fades off for 2. But he doesn't even score in those games. He just does somewhat alright. And that's after January. Do you know what I mean? He's just inconsistent. He's not the striker we need. I can't see him fitting in Potter's system at all, really. If we could get over 40 million for him, which I value at 40 mil, if we could get over 40 mil, that's big. That's big. So, yeah, Havertz. I think there's a very big chance of Havertz leaving this year. So, yeah, that's it for the little transfer thing that's been going around. There's always transfers in this time of the year. So now let's get into the preview. So Liverpool versus Chelsea. It's a big game. It's a big rivalry. Well, it's not a big rivalry, but it is a rivalry. At Anfield, I'm pretty sure, 12:30 tomorrow. Weird time. Chelsea always do shit at 12:30. Always. Am I confident going into tomorrow's game? Yeah, I'm actually quite confident. Even if we lost the last game against Crystal Palace, I would have been confident going into this game because Liverpool and Tottenham, I say, both are having seasons like us. Really, we're just not good enough. And I feel like Liverpool, we can really take them. Salah's not in his best form. Gakpo's just come in. I think Nunes for them is injured as well. Their defence is wonky. I think we could generally take Liverpool. I'm actually really confident going to tomorrow's game. I'm hoping there's a little buzz around the training as well, with new players coming in. Mudryk, which I saw a video of him today, walking into Cobham. Not in a Chelsea shirt, but walking into Cobham. I think he's going to go and do his announcement. I think that'll be announced tomorrow. Tomorrow morning is what I'm saying, just before the game. I reckon he'll walk out onto the pitch like Mudryk did. And then they'll announce it in the game. That's what I think they're going to do. And Mudryk obviously coming in, So, who would I pick in the lineup? So, obviously, we won 1-0 against Crystal Palace. It was an all-right performance, something we can build on, definitely. I think if we can win this game against Liverpool, in my opinion, I think this kickstarts our a little run. I think there's going to be a little run going there until we face one of the decent teams, and then we're going to flop off. It's just how it is at the moment this season. But I think we'll be on a decent run if we can win this, because our confidence will be on quite a high, high key. So, who would I pick for the lineup? So again, I apologise that I haven't got any graphics up on the screen. It would be around here, but again, I'm still sorting it all out. So it will be coming maybe in the next one or the one after. So I promise you that will come in. So in goal, let's start off. It's going to be Kepa. It's got to be Kepa. He made some decent saves in the last game, to be fair. People didn't really give him credit for. I think he had an alright game. So Kepa, obviously. I think everybody else is injured. I see us going with... I see us going with a 5-back. And I think it maybe would help us in a way. But it's... some players that we've got available might not suit it, if you know what I mean. But I think we're going to go with the 5-back. So that's how I would line up as well. I think we should go with the 4 personally, but I know we don't have the personnel to cope with a 4. I think that's why we're going to go with a 5, especially in these big games. So left wing back, I think will be Lewis Hall. I think he's going to have a good run of games here for Chelsea. I think he will start Lewis Hall over Cucurella. I think if Cucurella does come on, it will be for Lewis Hall. But I think there's also a big chance of him coming in left centre-back, because he can play left centre-back. Right wing-back, I think, will be Aspilicueta. It will be Aspie, I think. Maybe Chalobah. Chalobah's been doing all right there, but this is where I get into it, because I think we're obviously going to do it for 5. If we went for 4, then I'd go Chalobah right centre-back. No, right back. Just giving it away now. Chalobah will go right centre-back. Left centre-back, Badiashile. It's got to be. He was solid against Crystal Palace. He actually had a really, really good game against Crystal Palace. So I'd probably say go with Badiashile and let him have a good little bit of run of games. You know, if he makes a mistake, then it's on us, isn't it? But it's good for him to finally get some game time. He actually looked really good next to Thiago Silva in the last match. That's where we go, down the middle, centre-back. It's got to be Thiago Silva. Koulibaly and Cucurella on the bench to come on just in case. And then that leaves... So we've got the 5. I say 5-2-3, but some people say 3-4-3. So then the 2 in the midfield, it's going to be... Zacharia's still out for like 3 weeks, unfortunately. I think he's been brilliant. I think the 2 in the midfield is going to be Jorginho and Kovacic. It's going to be Jorginho and Kovacic. I think we know this. It will be Jorginho and Kovacic. Do I want it to be? No. We've got nobody else. So I think Loftus-Cheek's only just come back from an illness. He might be on the bench. And Kante's still out injured. So it will be Jorginho and Kovacic. That's just what it's going to be. I think we just got to... You know, we've got to ride it out, ain't we? And then the forward 3, what I'd go with is... Now, I would want to start Mudryk. I do want to start Mudryk, but Potter did say in the press conference, and I agree with him, Mudryk won't start tomorrow. It was something on the lines of Mudryk won't start, but he will make his debut at some point tomorrow. I understand as well. If you're going to start him in a big, big match away at Anfield, even though I just want to clear this up, I think Anfield is a bit of a myth. I think it's not as loud and scary as people say. It can be loud at times, but not as loud as people say. But still, you know, you're playing away in your first ever game. You've only been here for, like, what, 5 days, 6 days, nearly a week. You know, yeah, bring him on off the bench, give him 15, 20 minutes near the end. I agree. So, I'd probably say Carney off the left. You could play 2 cams behind the striker. You could do that. I'm fine with that, but I think he's going to play wingers. And I think it will be Carney off the left. It will be Mount off the right, and it will be Havertz up top. But I understand the Mudryk bit. Okay, I understand that. But I want Datro Fofana up front for this game. I can see him. Liverpool play a high line. They don't sit back like Crystal Palace did against us and, you know, play a low block and try and break us. They're going to play a high line. Datro Fofana's pace would be rapid up there. It would be. And he's been here for a bit now. I would love to see him, but do I think it's going to happen? I don't think Potter's going to risk him yet. I think Potter's going to start him. It's going to be in a game, not like in a meaningless game. Like, it'll be against one of the lower league teams and let him build his momentum up. But I hope, if he doesn't start, I hope he gets to come off the bench. But yeah, it'll be Havertz up top. I can guarantee it. And Mount off the right, Carney off the left. It will be. And Carney does deserve to start. You know what I mean? So I could understand if he didn't go with Mudryk and Datro, but Datro needs to start at some point, man. He needs to. Do you know what I mean? He needs to. Sorry, laptop just turned off. He will get some minutes at some point. He's just building them up, isn't he? And same with Mudryk in a way, except for I think Mudryk should make his debut, you know, quicker than Datro does, because he's already got that pedigree, that European pedigree as well, especially like, you know, being playing in Europe and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the team I'd go for. Let me know what you think. Would you change anything in that lineup? Like I said, I would like Datro to start, but I think he's building him up. And to move on to a score prediction, Jesus. Oh. 2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea is going to happen. It's going to happen. Do we have 2 goals in us with that team? I don't know. But we're playing a Liverpool team who are leaking at the back, just like us, to be fair, and who leak in goals just like us. So who knows? It could be a 5-5 game. You never know. But I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. I think... Who think's going to score? I think Carney's actually going to bag one tomorrow. I think Carney's going to bag one. And I can see Thiago Silva scoring off a header. I can see either Thiago Silva... I think Carney will score. And then it will be either Thiago Silva or... It will be Thiago Silva or Lewis... No, not Lewis Hall. He can't shoot. It'll be either Thiago Silva or... Chalobah to score. Actually, no, switch that. It's going to be either Carney or it's going to be a Jorginho penalty. That's what I think is going to happen. If Jorginho doesn't score a penalty, it's going to be Thiago Silva header. That's what I'm going with. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about, Juranovic, Caicedo. Do you reckon that's going to happen? Havertz and Mount potentially leaving, maybe. And let me know what you think the scores prediction is going to be down below. Are you confident going into the game? I really am, to be fair. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Hit the bell notification. Subscribe, obviously. Share. Blah, 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 blah. You know how the drill goes. And yeah, let's hope we get the win tomorrow. Come on.